Saturday marks 10 years since the May 20th tornado cut a path across Moore, killing 24 people.
Just a day before that deadly tornado with winds of 210 miles an hour, a family had practiced taking shelter in their bathtub, not knowing they would need to do that very same thing the next day to save their lives. Travis Meyer has their story.
This is my spot. Like, when I see where it's caved in over here, that's where my knees were.
This is where I was pushed down, where my ribs were injured.
I've always said it was God's hand just holding us down because everything around us blew away.
Right.
But we felt pushed down.
Amber Creasel was home with her 3 daughters, 6-year-old Kaylee and 4-year-old twins Sophie and Zoe.
I think we were hearing, it was probably around 3-ish or just after 3. And it was like, they were saying there was a tornado emergency. I'd never heard that before myself. So that really got my attention.
She gathered all 3 girls and put them in the bathtub. Kaylee still remembers parts of that day.
I remember being in the bathtub on a quilt, just playing on my leapfrog.
I was right here at that spot. I couldn't see the shape of the tornado when I was driving across, so I was closer than this picture.
Again, I'm at Broadway at 134th and Moore.
With the tornado moving toward their home, Amber's husband Nathan rushed home from work.
I get to the door and it's locked.
So I went to the bathroom and put the mattress over us and got down. You know, we were all in position already, and then the doorbell rang.
Fortunately, she opened the door.
We were singing, and I think he had shared the story about, you know, the Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fiery furnace, and that the Lord was with them, and that that's kind of what we were going to be doing, and that the Lord was with us, and we would just trust him for whatever was going to happen.
Then the tornado came.
It was pitch black. We could hear things hitting the house. It was starting to, things cracking, breaking. It was getting louder and louder and louder.
We had them lock arms. We told them to stay really low, to not let go of their sister.
We could hear things starting to rip apart, you know. We're calling on the Lord, Lord Jesus. And then all of a sudden, it went from dark to light.
So without looking at anything, you just could tell, like, it's like that means there's no walls. That means we're outside.
The intense wind was coming, and so we're screaming, you know, Lord, lift it, Lord, lift it.
It felt like we were moving, even though we didn't move at all.
I tried to open my eyes, but that was pointless because, you know, just the intensity of it.
If we hold on, you know, a little bit longer, a little bit tighter, you know, and as long as we're all here, you know, it's gonna leave.
When the tornado finally passed, all 5 of them were fine.
And I remember Nathan stood up and got out on the other side of the tub, and it was crazy because there used to be a wall there.
This is about 2 minutes after the tornado hit us and left.
Pictures Nathan took right after the storm passed serve as proof of the unbelievable.
This piece is our house right here. Those boards sticking up is where we are at. That is the bathtub.
A church group would call that bathtub the Ark. Family pictures now hang in the Creasels' new home. A reminder that even through the worst storms, they never let go of each other.
I feel like that was the day when I really 100% knew that God was real.